Hello everyone. Welcome to Celebration Saturday. So every Saturday during Celebration, I am going to feature a different Celebration product along with a special perk of joining my team. So today is our first one, and I think through the end of February, we're doing it every single Saturday through the end of February, which would be February 27th is our last one. And I think we're going to get to every single Celebration product. So that's super exciting. This is the first time I've done anything like this. Normally I do in-person big classes during Celebration, but this year I really wanted to focus on all of the products, and I can't do an in-person class right now anyway. But I really wanted to focus on every product we have, and this I think is a great way to do it. So today we are talking about Paper Blooms, and we'll get to that in just a second. All right, just a real quick reminders before we get to our project. This is your last reminder for Paper Pumpkin this month. This is the Sending Hearts Paper Pumpkin Kit. It's going to be 8 cards that are love themed. If you want this, you need to subscribe by January 10th, which is tomorrow, I think. Yes, tomorrow is January 10th. So tomorrow is your last day to get subscribed to this kit, and then there's also an add-on you can purchase in the online store. I have this on its way to me, so I'm very excited to get that. And I do have a couple classes this month, and all of these are linked in the video description. You can find the link to Paper Pumpkin in the video description. I have a stamping bingo coming up this month. I think I grabbed one of the wrong. Okay, I have a stamping bingo coming up this month. I'm going to show you the cards really quick. They are super cute. All of the details for stamping bingo is on my blog post, and the link is in the video description. But we're basically going to play bingo. We're going to stamp some cards. The deadline to sign up for stamping bingo is coming up, though. That is the 14th, which is next week. So if you want to be a part of stamping bingo, you need to jump on that and let me know ASAP. The other class I have right now is Card Crate. It features the Always in My Heart bundle, which is a beautiful bundle. I just love it. And the details for Card Crate are also in the video description, and the last day to subscribe to that is also coming up. Sorry, I just noticed one of my ink pads is open on my shelf. I had to close that. It's been open all night long. That's fantastic. The last day to subscribe to the Card Crate is, I think, the 18th. So you have a little bit longer for the Card Crate, but I wouldn't wait too long. Okay, so today we are going to feature the Paper Blooms Celebration product. And let me just show you all of that paper. So the Paper Blooms, move my catalogs out of the way. This is probably my favorite DSP of the Celebration offerings. And you can only earn this free. This is free with a $50 purchase. You can choose this free as your Celebration item. So this is one of the patterns, beautiful, and then the other side, just gorgeous. I love the colors in this DSP. This one is probably my absolute favorite pattern. I just love this one, and I love the colors again, like I said, but it's so much fun, and it coordinates with the bundle in the mini catalog, which we'll talk about in a second. This is another one of my favorites. I love kind of the watercolor wash on the back and then the flowers on the front. This one is so pretty. I love this. It's just like a field of flowers. I just love it. This one, I love the white backgrounds. I really think that makes the patterns look a little simpler. This is another one of my favorites. I'm going to keep saying that. But the Rococo Rose stripes, I love it. This polka dot one is so much fun, and this is the one we're actually going to use today on our project. So I'm not even using any of the floral patterns. We're using this pattern, and the back of it is like those chevron stripes, which is so pretty. The Night of Navy, so fun. And then this pattern, which is beautiful as well. And then again, those flowers, just gorgeous. Now a lot of the coordinating colors for this are in colors that will be retiring this year. Excuse me. So the 2019-2021 in colors will retire at the end of this annual catalog sales period, and that is the Seaside Spray, the Rococo Rose. That is a few of the ones that are in here. So if you do get this DSP, I also recommend making sure that you are stocked up on the coordinating colors for this, as well as the ink, because you're gonna want it. So this is the Paper Blooms. Again, you'll get 2 of every sheet in your DSP pack, just like all of our regular DSP packs you get. But just a fantastic choice if you want to choose that one free for your Sale-a-Bration product. So again, that is in the Sale-a-Bration brochure. It's actually the very first one. It's on page 3, so it's the very, very first one. You can choose that free with a $50 purchase. All right, now it says down here that it coordinates with the Pretty Perennials bundles. That is actually a misprint. It actually coordinates with the In Bloom bundle. This one is on page 45. So we're gonna pair up our project today with this bundle. So this bundle, I hesitated getting it, but I'm so glad that I did, because I haven't stopped playing with it. It is so much fun. So if you need something to get you up to that $50 threshold, you can consider that In Bloom bundle, and I'll show you it in real life. I'll show you it better on the video in a minute. The bundle is $48.50, so it's not quite enough to get that Sale-a-Bration item free, so you may have to add a few things. Like I said, maybe some of that coordinating cardstock, or some ink or something. Okay, so this is the In Bloom bundle, and I have some of the dies already taken out, so you'll see those in a second. But the dies, let me pull one out. The dies are all stitched, which is so pretty, and you'll see how they look once they're all stitched. There's also a fun label, there's a bow. It's really fun. And then the stamp set has gorgeous greetings, lots of floral images that you can layer up. So this is a fantastic bundle. Again, $48.50, almost enough to get you to that Sale-a-Bration threshold. So that is, let me pull out all my supplies. Okay, so let me show you what we're making today. We are making this really sweet pocket card. I told you we're gonna use that paper. We're using it as a little pocket, or you can even make this as an envelope if you're maybe hand delivering something, and then just stick your card in there. But our little pocket card slides right out, and there's also a gift card holder inside. So if you are maybe needing some birthday gift cards, maybe you're just mailing them this year, you won't see them in person, this is such a cute little quick little gift. So we are going to make this, and I did not pre-cut my label, so I need to grab, okay, hang tight real quick. I need to grab these dies real quick. I'm coming. Okay, I have them already out because I was cutting for another class that's using them, so they're already out. So they're not all in here, but this is the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and I just realized I needed those stitched rectangles. I didn't pre-cut anything for this, so we're really just gonna, this video might be a little longer than usual. Okay, so let's get this started. Let's make this envelope, this little, our slider pocket, okay? So for that, I'm going to, let me put my card back in. I'm going to pull out a piece of the DSP, and this is 9 by 6. So let me get my Simply Scored, because we are going to do some scoring on it. So let me pull this out. And while I'm making this, I'm going to talk about one of the benefits of joining my team during Sale-a-Bration. But let's make this first. So on the 9-inch side, we're going to score it at 4 1/4 and at 8 1/2. Okay. And then we're going to rotate it and just score it at 1/2 inch on the 6-inch side. So really simple score lines. We're really just making a pocket. We're not making a box or anything. So just really, really simple score lines. Let me grab my bone folder. So one of the benefits of being on my team is I do special team events. And I have one tonight, actually. I have a Zoom event with my team tonight I'm really excited about. I normally do an in-person Sale-a-Bration kickoff, but since that's not possible this year, we are meeting virtually on Zoom, and we're doing make and takes, we're talking about Sale-a-Bration, all of the fun demonstrator things, but mostly we're just gonna have some fun. All right, now on this 1/2 inch side, I've taken out that corner, and then I've notched in, and I'm gonna take out this entire rectangle, the one on this side. So we're leaving that middle one, and cut on this side. You can use your paper trimmer if you want to make sure you get this super straight, or some long scissors. I should have grabbed my long scissors, but that's okay. But I also do special events for my team all year long, not just during special Stampin' Up! Events, but all year long. I try to have virtual meetings every other month with them. So it's always, always a great time to join, but especially now. And then you can be a part of all of our special events. Now to assemble our pocket on this 1/2" tab right here, I'm going to add some strong adhesive. I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus for this. You can use tear tape or liquid glue if you want. And all we're going to do is fold that over and then just kind of fold this in half, just like that. And that will line up right against the edge, so you're never going to see that seam because it's right against the edge there. And then this little pocket down here, this little tab down here, we're also going to put adhesive on, and that is just going to fold right up just like that. So that's our little pocket. I'm going to take my 1.5" circle punch and just punch, just kind of eyeball the center, punch a little notch out of it, and that will help us be able to grab our card. But that is our pocket. Isn't that super simple and so fun? So if you have a lot of these to make, you could absolutely make a ton in no time. Okay, now we do have a little bit more scoring to do, so we're going to do that before we continue on with the rest of our card. So to make our little gift card holder here, I didn't want to adhere the sides because sometimes the gift card gets stuck in that glue and then you can't pull it in and out. So the paper is actually wrapped around this Seaside spray piece. So we did some scoring to make it a little easier. So let me grab that piece of DSP. So for this one, this is the opposite side of that pattern. So we're just using the opposite side. So it all coordinates. And this is 5 by 2 3/4. So I'm making out my Simply Scored one more time. And we're going to score this one. And we're going to score it at 1/2 inch on 3 sides. And we're going to do the 2 short sides and 1 of the long sides. So I'm going to go 1/2 inch, turn it, 1/2 inch, turn it, and 1/2 inch. Okay, just like that. And the trimming on this is really easy, but let's fold all those score lines. Fold them all up, just like this. Along with, I do want to talk about joining again. The Sale-a-Bration offer to join this is amazing. You're going to get 5 additional packs of DSP with your starter kit. So all I'm doing, let me go back to this real quick. We're just going to jump around on this video. I'm just trimming off those 2 corners. So basically this is what you're left with. And you can notch in these, all of these tabs if you want, but it's really not necessary because it's all going to be hidden. So just notched in on all of those. And before we adhere it, we're going to take that 1.5 inch circle punch again and just kind of eyeball it and notch it out, and that will make it easier to grab that gift card. Okay, now you're going to take your Seaside spray piece. Let me grab it. And this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And all we're going to do is add a super strong adhesive on all of these tabs. All the way around, just on these little 1/2 inch tabs. Just like that. Okay, then we're just going to place our Seaside spray piece in here. And let's see if I can actually do this. There we go. These sides will just fold right over, right on that score line, just like that. This will fold right up. And now you have a cute little pocket. Okay. Now as long as we have this piece, let's just glue this to our card base, just like this. Okay. So now you have your little pocket for your gift card. I didn't center that very well, did I? That's okay. You have your pocket for your gift card, and you have your piece. Now, we'll get to this in a second. I did adhere this to my Seaside spray piece before we do that, but I'm going to adhere it to the whole card this time. So we'll get to that in just a second. So let's work on decorating our actual pocket though. So we'll set this one aside, this piece aside, and let's work on decorating this piece. So let's do our stamping first. I have a little piece of white, and this is 2 3/4 by 1 5/8, and it's going to layer nicely onto our scallop rectangle when we get to it, but we do want to do a little bit of stamping on it first. So let me pull out my of all my dies stacked on my ink pad. So let's pull out our ink pad first. I'm going to start with my greeting with Night of Navy ink. And I'm using that In Bloom stamp set that coordinates. And I'm just going to stamp this on the very bottom with Night of Navy ink. Beautiful. I love that scripty font. It's just so cute. All right, that's it with the Night of Navy ink. I'm going to pull in the Rococo Rose. Now we are die cutting these flowers, but I'm also stamping them beneath it, and that just gives it another layer of dimension. It also gives us a nice guide of where we want to stamp it. So I'm taking this little kind of daisy looking flower and I'm stamping it up here. I should have my foam mat under here, but that's okay. We'll make it work. So I'm stamping it up to the top left. And again, that's it with the Rococo Rose. Petal Pink, we're doing the same thing, but with the smaller flower. I'm going to do that over here. And that's that one. And then I'm going to pull out Old Olive and we're going to stamp a few leaves to kind of fill it out. So pretty much wherever we stamp, we're going to layer up a flower. Now I'm not worried about it overlapping because again, we're going to layer a flower over it. This is really just adding some extra dimensions. A little one down here. And then I'm adding one off to the side right here. Oops, let me try that way again. There we go. Off to the side. And if it's not perfect, that's okay because we're putting die cuts over it. This is really just like to help guide us. So that is all of our stamping for this. If you wanted to stamp a greeting on the inside as well, you could. This leaves lots of room to write a quick message, but if you wanted to stamp something there, you absolutely could. You could also stamp some of the flowers in Seaside Spray on there before you adhere that pocket down. So let's get to our die cutting though. We have a lot of die cutting to get to because I didn't do it in advance. Okay, let's figure, I think this is the size I used. Yeah, so this is the third largest size. Let me put this one away. That's the third largest. I'm going to pull out my mini cut and emboss machine. Now, probably if I was making a bunch of these, I'd use my big cut and emboss machine because I'd be able to cut all of them, or if not most of them, all at once. So, but I do want to talk about the mini cut and emboss machine because it is available and it's so cute and it's so much fun. So we're going to die cut one of these stitch rectangles with our Night of Navy, but I'm also using this little die, which is going to be the center of our flowers. So as long as we're die cutting, I'm just going to throw that on there as well. So this will go, let me see. Okay. Let me get this all lined up. So the mini cut and emboss machine, I just adore. Again, it lives on my desk. It's so much fun to use. And it's just so cute. Okay, so we have our scallop rectangle. So cute. And then we have these little, these will be our flower centers. They're not perfect circles. They're kind of a little wonky, but I love that. So we'll set those aside. Hopefully we won't lose them. All right, I need another one of those scallop rectangles. I need it in Seaside Spray. So we'll do another one. And I don't have any other Seaside Spray flowers, so we'll just cut this one really quick. And then we'll get to our flower pieces. Okay, so we have this cut. All right, that's it with our scallop rectangle. Let's get to our flower pieces. So I'm gonna punch a circle out of this one first. That's gonna be for our gift card pocket. So I'm gonna set that aside. Then we're gonna do this biggest flower that's stitched, if I can get it, there we go. And then with the petal pink, we're going to do the little flower. We'll die cut those and then we'll do all the leaves. Let's see. Okay, see now, like, because it's on camera, it's like, maybe I don't want to work for you, but there it goes. This whole thing, oh my goodness, you guys. I really do know how to stamp. There we are. Okay. I hope that die cuts. It's kind of on the edge. We'll see. There we are. Again, if I was making a lot of these, I would really grab my bigger one. But the mini one is now available, and it's $60, so you can get a free Sale-a-Bration item with it. All right, for our old olive piece, we're going to die cut the leaves. Oh, I needed another petal pink one. I'll have to bring back the petal pink. I just saw that. Okay, let me see if I can fit that in. We'll just cut a little piece of it off. Fit it in here. So, we have one more little flower to cut out of the petal pink. Okay, let's see. So the mini cut and emboss is $60. You'll be able to choose a celebration item with it. And then you can add the In Bloom bundle, and you can choose 2 celebration items. Or one $100 one. Okay, so that's it with our little mini cut and emboss. Let's get all of our pieces out of the way. This will fold up just like that. So cute. Put that aside. Hopefully I didn't lose any dies in the process. All right, let's get all of our flower pieces together. This one, and look at all that stitching detail. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. I know I've said that a million times, but okay. And then all of our leaves, just getting them all out. And I love this this die set because it comes with, I think, 4 different leaf dies, and they're all a little bit different. So just like in nature, nothing is the same, right? Okay, so let's get to assembling. I'm going to use my Tumble liquid glue for this. You could also use glue dots. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my Rococo Rose flower. My cat has decided to play in a box that's right next to me right now. So if you hear that, I do apologize. You know, she has all the time in the world to play in this box, but she chooses right now to do it. So pets, gotta love pets, right? Okay, so that is so I have the petal pink flower layered on that Rococo Rose flower with our Night of Navy flower center. I'll set that aside to dry for just a second. We'll put our other Night of Navy center on this flower. We have our leaves. All right, let's get to assembling. We're gonna set these aside to dry for just a minute. Now I'm just gonna cut this Seaside Spray one in half, because we're just going to put 1/2 on each side. You can cut 2 if you want, but that's going to get a little bit bulky on your card. And this saves cardstock if you do it this way. So a little bit of adhesive on the back of that Night of Navy one. And then we're just going to adhere one behind there. And adhere one behind there. Now if you have any little scallops hanging off, you can just trim those off if you don't want them showing. Just like that. Okay, isn't that sweet? Isn't that just a fun way to use those labels? All right, now our stamped piece, we're going to adhere right down. I'm using my just regular Stampin' Seal for this. I'm just going to lay that down, and it's going to fit perfectly inside those stitched lines. Just like that. Now we're ready to layer up our flowers. So I have dimensionals, 1 for each of them. Put this one on the back of our petal pink one, and that will go right over our stamped one, and then this one will go right over our stamped Rococo Rose one. You can kind of offset it a little bit so you can see those petals underneath it. It just really adds just a lot of fun dimension. Okay, final touch is our leaves, and I'm going to grab my glue again for this, and I'm just going to kind of tuck them in, letting a little bit of that old olive stamped image show too. You really want to add all that dimension that we stamped. And the last one, just right here. Super cute, I love it. All right, let's add this to the front of our little pocket. We're going to use lots of dimensionals for this. So let me grab a bunch. Those off to the side. Now I will say that the Paper Blooms is my favorite Sale-a-Bration DSP. I did mention that, but the Oh So Ombre DSP I think is growing on me. So we're just gonna stick that right in the middle, just like that. So cute. All right, we have one more thing to do. We're gonna bring back that pocket that we made for our gift card. And I'm just going to fold my circle in half. You can score this if you wanted it to be completely perfect, but I'm just going to fold it in half, And I'm going to use some strong adhesive. I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm just going to put glue on either side of that. And I'm going to stick it in my card because I do want this to kind of line up a little bit. There you go. This one's a little tighter, so if you find that it's too tight and it doesn't slide in and out easily, just grab your trimmer and just trim a little bit off that layer. So I'm just going to eyeball this, stick it right on there. So cute. So you have that Rococo Rose little layer showing. We'll pull that right out for your gift card. Isn't that cute? Okay. Final thing is I have a bow that I've tied with the Well Suited twine combo pack from the mini catalog. I've already tied it. It's a double bow, so you guys don't have to watch me tie bows. I know how painful that is. And then that's just going to go right onto our Rococo Rose half circle there, and that will slide in and out. And I think I am going to kind of trim the sides a little bit. Just grab my paper trimmer, and I just want to trim like a hair off of each side because I don't want to trim too much. That didn't go right. My goodness, I'm having all kinds of problems. All right, there we go. I don't want to trim too much, but I want to make sure that I trim enough that it's going to slide in and out easily. Okay. So if you find that it's not sliding in and out, there you go. Look how so much better. Just trim a little hair off, and that's not going to ruin your design at all. Okay. So that is Paper Blooms. I hope you guys love this DSP as much as I do. This is, again, one of my favorite Sale-a-Bration DSPs. So I hope that you consider picking this up. Remember, it does coordinate with the In Bloom bundle in the mini catalog. And so if you have any questions, please let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching this on Facebook, if you want to share this with your friends, please do. I will be back next Saturday for another Sale-a-Bration Saturday. And next Saturday, we are going to feature the Darling Donkeys set. I know this is a popular one. You guys love this one. So we're going to do a really, really cute card with this set next week. So make sure to join me here in my VIP group next week for Darling Donkeys. And otherwise, I will see you guys later. Bye.